Welcome back to Aussie Wristwatch. If you know this channel at all, you know I love Panerai. In fact, they are my all-time favorite brand. Don't ask me why. I mean, the logic around why they're my favorite brand, I don't know. I mean, they're huge watches. They're very particular, but I think they're fantastic. I just love them. So I recently added something to the collection, which I'm really excited about. Panerai Luminor Carbotech. Yep, 40mm. So it's a baby in terms of what I like. So this watch is so cool. 22, which is a 47mm hunker chunker, basically. And I love that watch. It is a stunner. And it is classic. It's based on the 1950 classic model, right? Like that design, it's just gorgeous. But it's big and it's heavy. And because my wrist has gotten smaller in the last year, I've had to get a new strap for it. Which actually makes it easier to wear now that it fits properly, but it's still quite large. It actually still looks good, but yeah. I wanted something a bit more versatile, a bit more light that I could kind of wear every day. It's a little more understated. And so the Carbotech with the black really does that. And at 40mm, it's the sweet spot in terms of size. I've been sneaking my wife's 42mm Luminor in blue on and off for quite some time now. So I think she was kind of like, it's time to get your own smaller size. So I did. So it's an automatic mechanical movement. It's a P900 caliber. It's 4.2mm thickness. So it's thicker than other standard sort of sports watches in that sort of metal, aluminium, category. But it's still, in terms of Panerai, it's pretty tidy. Like, it's pretty neat. Power reserve is 3 days, which is very decent, I must say. And the functions are hours. It's got a calendar, aperture, small seconds, and minutes. So, you know, it's got a few little functions in there that make it kind of useful. Now, it doesn't have too many things going on that when I have to wind it and reset it, when I go to wear it after having some time off, that it takes me forever. It doesn't, thank goodness. There's nothing worse than that. The GMTs are the worst for that, because I've got to set the GMT time, then I've got to set the hourly time. It's like, oh, I know, first world problems, right? What is Carbotech? I mean, I don't know. I had to look it up, right? It's not ceramic, thank goodness, so it won't break like if you drop a ceramic Panerai, which I don't think I'd ever be able to buy for that reason. Many other things, I guess, like cost. But it's a composite material, right? And so it's lightweight, it's strong, and it's unique in its appearance. So what they do is they layer thin sheets of carbon fiber with a polymer, PEEK, I think they call it, PEEK, under high pressure. And the process creates a material that's strong and corrosive resistant. It has a distinctive striated matte black appearance, and each Carbotech has a unique pattern due to the layering process, which then makes the watch unique. I'll show you in some video as I'm describing it. All I know is it's very pretty and I love it. And this one in particular does have some really great sort of striation kind of looks on the bezel. And, you know, I guess to each their own, but I love it. I love the army green of this dial too, by the way. It's one of the things that really got me in. And with the green strap, it's a beast. And it's so comfortable to wear because the strap is so supple. I've also got a couple of other straps that come. So I've got a black alligator strap with this. And then I've got like a brown sort of, I guess it's like calf leather. But the thing that's the pièce de résistance of this watch is the quick release strap. This is a no tool change strap and buckle. I'm going to show you in the video what I mean by that. I had to get Jeremy at Panerai Sydney to give me a lesson. And admittedly, I'm still not as good as him and as elegant as him taking these on and off. But it's a game changer. Honestly, like the 422 having to unscrew, like screw and the lugs drives me, well, let's face it, batshit crazy. It does drive me nuts. And I've probably scratched that watch way too much. But this is different. This is amazing. It just makes changing the strap so much easier that I reckon I could take this watch on a trip and maybe just take this watch, as in the only watch on this trip, and take a few different straps. And then I've got a different kind of look and feel to the watch for a different occasion as we're going along. It's also, I think, happy for you guys to disagree with me on this one, but I think it's a little more understated, so I could potentially fly under the radar a little bit in terms of not having to worry about theft. Yes, it's a Panerai. Yes, it has the distinctive trademarked crown guard. Absolutely. But if you are not a watch person, you're probably not going to understand what this watch is. Whereas you're going to know what a Rolex is because they're everywhere. Water resistance on this thing is 300 meters. So it's a proper dive watch if you want it to be. We've talked about this before. I'm not doing that. I don't take these in the water. I probably could, but yeah. I've talked about quick release. They call it the Pan quick release. Of course they do. And of course we know about the trademarked crown protector. Now, I guess you're asking me why I love Panerai so much, or maybe you're not, you've tuned out by now. But it's really hard for me to kind of explain it. I've just always loved this watch. So the first time I ever saw a Panerai, a friend of mine showed them to me like in a picture. It was at least 20 years ago now. And I went, I love that watch. You know, and at the time he showed me that picture, there was no way I was ever going to afford that watch, right? It just was kind of like my dream, the dream of watches to have one day. And, you know, I did. I got one day and I loved it. Like it lived up to the dream. You know, never meet your hero. Well, this watch was an exception to that rule. And then I've added another one to the collection, which is the 422, which was outstanding. And then I've had a break for quite some time and I've gone off and got a bunch of other watches. And so coming back to this watch the other week and getting another one kind of reignited or reaffirmed my great love for this brand and this watch. And I've actually said to my wife a couple of times now, I'm like, I think I need to kind of put the brakes on watches a little bit. Not going to buy watches, but like maybe I just need to stick to like Panerai and admire all the other ones, but don't, you know, open the wallet for them because it's getting a bit ridiculous. You know, these things aren't cheap. And so, you know, you've got to be careful. And so maybe, let's see, never say never, right? But I'm trying to be somewhat more responsible. If I can say that. I think that's rubbish, but anyway. But no, I love this watch. I'm going to do some videos while I'm babbling on here about changing the strap. But yeah, I mean, obviously in a video, you can't demonstrate how light something feels. I mean, sure, I could weigh it, but that doesn't give it context. If I compare it to my favorite Breitling, the Endurance Pro, which is super light, we're in that territory, people. We are like, in fact, it feels lighter. I'm not going to say it is lighter because I haven't weighed them, and someone out there is going to go weigh them and tell me I'm full of rubbish. But it feels lighter. That's how light this watch is. It's extraordinary, and it's so comfortable. And that's the point, right? The point is to wear something comfortable. Yeah, you wear something because it looks good. It might make you feel good. It sings to you. It resonates with you, right? And all of those things are relevant. They're relevant to me when I'm buying a watch. But what I've learned over time, in particular in the last few years, is I wear watches that are more comfortable. What I mean by that is, out of all of the collection of watches that I have, I will gravitate to the ones that wear comfortably on my wrist, more so than another one that might look amazing or be cool or have some kind of something else to it, but might be a little bit more heavier or not comfortable for whatever reason. It could be the strap's not quite right. There's all these things that kind of play into it, right? It's personal preference. This watch is so comfortable. I'm so excited. But yeah, tell me what your thoughts. I mean, Panerai is, you know, it's niche. You know, I understand. Not everyone loves them. I just happen to. I would love the 2025 Paneristi, by the way, if anyone has that watch and wants to offload it, because it doesn't appear that I can get one in the store. I missed out, and that was amazing. A little bit bigger, obviously a little bit heavier, but, you know, it's a Paneristi. It was beautiful. It's got this beautiful, like, blue brushed dial with this kind of fume feel and look to it. It's not, I don't think, technically a fume dial, but it just had that character to it that I just kind of fell in love with it. Yeah. So any other Paneristis out there, let me know. Let me know what you think about this watch. If you think I'm absolutely bonkers for getting it, because it's not cheap. It's $21,000, which is outrageous, I know. So let me know your thoughts. Otherwise, like, subscribe, do all those things that keep that stupid algorithm going that we all rely on. And until next time, everyone, have a great one.